now we're getting to work with people like, Michael Colburn and, Chuck Norfolk and Larry McKee. I mean, it's crazy. And not only that, not only are we able to do it, but we're able to give back to the community and the community of young and up-and-coming filmmakers and give them a shot, man, and give them a shot at getting in there, getting some credit, and moving forward.
That's awesome.
I think it was Mandy Hollerton that told me that, one of the films that we did, which was Halloween, written by Tina Lewis and directed by Shemandra DeLay, another great filmmaker here in Houston. Mandy told me that if I'm not mistaken, we got her into film, that she didn't know there was such a big film opportunity for her makeup and effects at the time that I came out. And we couldn't have done that film without her. I mean, and that was the point, is that going community-based, trying to find turn over every rock and look at every nook and cranny to try and get kind of help that we needed to make a production.
Exactly.
We couldn't have done it without Mandy and Cliff at Closed Casket Creation.
Yes, they're awesome. I mean, I had her on my show, and she was phenomenal. I mean, she was awesome. I mean, I was
good people, man. Just good people. It's great to see a husband and wife out there who are
doing what they love.
Singers coming up. I think it's shooting the same weekend as the next weekend, coming up weekend, and I've seen that script, and it's a solid piece, and it's just awesome, man. To think that just a few months ago, maybe it was going to happen, wasn't going to happen. I don't know where their trajectory was in the beginning, but now here it is. Just like with us, having Metatron coming up, them having Lady Fingers coming up. You telling me there's not a lot of great filmmakers in Houston?
Oh, there's tons. Houston is coming.
It's going to be awesome.
And it's coming. I mean, we're coming. Everybody, myself, for my projects, and I'm looking to talk to you more on a one-on-one basis about my projects instead of over the phone or over on live, because you know what? I don't want to feed people.
Awesome, man. You know that. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I was just on Facebook the other day. I thought, I got to say, shout out to Facebook, right, people? I mean, my gosh, how many of us still know each other if we don't have Facebook?
Exactly.
And the way it keeps us all alive and connected day to day, minute to minute.
Exactly.
I was just talking to Chelsea Klein last night on FB, and it was the last night or the night before, and she showed us a little piece that she had just written on the fly. And, hey, man, she may already have got somebody else to produce it, but if she doesn't, we're just, because it's a short, sweet piece. It's something that it's got to be achieved. It's got to be doable for us on no budget.
Right.
But at the same time, it's got to be entertaining. It's got to have that little and I don't know what her writing experience is, but I read that piece and I was like, that's good stuff, man. And more about creating opportunity. It isn't about money for us right now, although thank God to all the sponsors, Danko Studios. We had Drew's Bakery sponsor us, Domino's in the Woodlands. We have a whole bunch of great sponsors and all the donors who donated their money. A lot of the members, they donate money at a time. And it's the kind of stuff that we need, and we couldn't do it without it.
Exactly. It's a necessary thing.
That's what it's about, man. It's just keep pitching together and getting it done.
Yes. And that's why I wanted to talk with you about one of mine. I really want to talk on the radio live. But the one that I want to do that I really, because I've actually been talking to Miss Judy about it, is the Fantasma de Bailan, which is a Dancing with the Ghost. That's what I want to do.
That sounds interesting.
And nobody's touched it, so don't get my idea, Manny.
Let's talk, man. We'll talk about it.
And I would love to have
Judy and Michael, Judy Garland and Michael Coburn coming out to do Connect for us.
Yes.
That's huge, man. Judy just came off TFD. Michael just finished shooting the Toy Box,
yes.
the feature. And for them to come out to a spring film group shoot and mentor us and mentor the up-and-comers and create a solid piece, which I think is going to be an amazing follow-up to QB. Shout out to them and thank them so much for taking the time to help out a humble little group like ours.
Okay, awesome.
And,
you want to give your shout-outs, this is your time.
Yeah, I don't want to steal all of Michael's material because I know he's going to come out on your show now. I didn't know that, but I just got to say I was talking to Mike and what he's done with his feature, banging it out over this last 7-8 months, or I think that's just production. Obviously, there's pre-production before that, but just taking the time and to sweat it out. And I'm sure some nights on his own with maybe a couple people to shoot a scene and shoot that scene. And I've seen, obviously we've seen the trailer and stuff. Amazing stuff, dude.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's
that's
an
the
awesome
heart and soul of independent filmmaking, brother.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, he's an awesome character. I mean, I've met Mike already. He's awesome. I met him at the Splatterfest. I hope you go out this Thursday that they're going to be having the Splatterfest, because I'm going to be there.
Dude, I always want to be everywhere. I've got a beautiful wife and 5 beautiful children. I have a full-time job. I work on generally 4 productions at a time. I'm not trying to brag. I'm saying that I've got post-production films that I got to put out. I got 2 in pre-production generally, maybe 1 in development, and then I'm working with Jeff Peoples on what was really the centerpiece of the kind of movie I want to make. We're producing and writing with his production company, Reality Media. And mine, Localista, are teaming together to produce our first feature, and that's the Sour Milk Theory. And I won't give anything away on it right now. It's
not a problem. Hey, whatever you feel that you can give.
Honestly, I've read a lot of stuff. I haven't read a ton of features, but out of all the ones that I did read, Jeff Peoples' script, The Sour Milk Theory, is the best piece that I've read in Houston. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of it.
Great. Well, I have a message from a buddy of yours.
Oh, no.
From
it's
Mr.
not Chuck, is it?
I'm sorry?
It's not Chuck, is it?
It's not Mr. Chuck tonight.
Is that 5 Chuck? I don't know.
It's not Chuck. Well, I'll tell you this. It's from Mr. William Molina. He says he wants his life back.
Well, Molina, dude, I saw he was the next guy I was about to shout out, because we're doing story time now. We're going to, God bless that guy, man. If not for him, I tell you, our stuff would have been lighted a lot poorer.
Yes, I saw his trailer. I mean, he let me see his trailer that he's shooting.
No, he did not.
Yes, he let me.
Of course, it's awesome, man.
Yes, he let me see it. He goes, hey, not many people see it. He goes, it's exclusive. He goes, you got a special password to put in. I was like, uh-oh. But, you know.
Yeah, dude, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Awesome. I loved it. I mean, it was very touching. I think that's going to be an awesome. As long as he keeps his ideas on there, that's going to be nice.
Down by the River, amazing script.
Yeah.
Having Will Molina be there to make it, and if I'm not mistaken, do a lot of consulting on the script.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's just going to be amazing. Now, honestly, I was sitting in this office that I'm sitting in right now here in my house.
Okay.
And my son was sitting next to me when I played that trailer. And, my son was like, wow, who made that? I said, it was a buddy of mine, Will Molina. He goes, that's amazing. That's the best thing I've seen. Which is an awesome thing for him to say, except that he's seen all my stuff, too.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably saying, yours will be here soon, Dad. I got 3 kids of my own.
Talk about, well, having Will Molina be one of those guys to come out and mentor on our script, on our shoot.
Yes.
Amazing. He's been on a few shoots. He was there on The Promise, which was made for the 40 other project here in Houston. And I remember he came out to that shoot, and he said we didn't expect him. I wouldn't have expected to put him in that position. He's a very busy guy. At the same time, he was just like, you know what? He hosted us at his house so that we could. That's where we had the
48
team meeting on the production.
Okay.
And then we went out to bang out the script the next day. He stayed up all night with us, giving us feedback on the script and on our production.
He's an awesome guy.
He showed up, and I was like, wow, thanks a lot for showing up. And I had to drive away to, I guess, get some lights or whatever.
Yeah.
And I called him back up. I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm sitting down, watching the direction. I said, what are you watching? You're AD now. You're AD. You can't have Will Molina in a room and not recognize the talent that he brings to the table.
That's right. He's awesome. When he told me, you tell him I want my life.
Tell him I want the rest of my film.
I'll let him know. And I'm sure he's listening. Well, that's I'm always.
Right now with a feature, we totally totally respect that, man. And,
yeah.
And we're going to come back down. We're going to have a good time on storytelling.
Yes, for sure. I mean, you know, I always enjoy talking to you, Manny. I mean, you're an awesome. I mean, your whole character. I mean, you're fun to talk to.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Likewise, brother. Likewise.
Okay. Well, this is what we got. We got 3 minutes, and did you want to do a special request to hi to anybody out there before I give you my severe question?
Well, I mean, there's so many people that have been part of the Spring Film Group becoming what it is. I only said Gretchen's name once, but I'm going to tell you can't say that lady's name enough times.
Yeah.
Somebody like her and Tina Lewis have been able to come out and produce the kind of work that they've done. You know, with all of us just kind of learning from the beginning months and months ago, kind of being the kind of people who are learners, to being the mentors and drivers in the group. Amazing, and organizational skills that I can't even compete with. Shout out to them. And the Headshot, man, if you don't know, I'm a producer now for Headshot.
Yes.
Chad and Johnny are banging out the kind of productions that the kind of talk show that's supposed to be made here in Houston. They're taking it to the next level here in season 3.
Great.
Which is going to really just blow your mind. I'm also producing with the International Channel Houston Digital 43.2. It's an up-and-coming fledgling little station, trying to, you know, little engine that could, but it's right away going to hopefully be an opportunity for independent filmmakers here in Houston to garner some revenue off their shorts that are sitting in the can.
Great.
If you're interested in something like that, contact me at indiefilms@ith432.com and INDIE, Indie Films, ith432.com. And let's talk about how we can get your stuff aired. Besides that, I mean, everybody out there who's ever had anything to do with the film group, all of our volunteer actors who donated the time to come out, you know, we owe you, and you as well. We owe you.
Thank you, and I thank you for offering me a position to help y'all out. So thank you.
Oh, hey, no, it's the least. It's short notice. Otherwise, I you know.
Not a problem.
My director's going to choose a cast, but depending on the director,
no problem.
You know, maybe we'll see you in front of the camera, man.
No problem. Hey, when it happens, it happens. I'm there. Okay. Well, my last question I'd like to answer you before we let you go is that have you ever mooned anyone on purpose or accident?
Have I ever mooned anyone where?
Have you ever mooned anyone on purpose or on accident?
I'm sure I have, man. I know. You know, I was a young teenager drinking a few beers every now and then, so I'm sure there's a few driver-bys on 410 in San Antonio that got more than they ever wanted to see.
I hear that, but you know.